If you believe the tension between Terence Crawford and Gervonta "Tank" Davis had already faded away, then think again. Crawford recently revealed a surprising comment during an interview, and Tank wasted no time firing back with a sharp response. The boxing star suggested that Tank and Shakur Stevenson could have shared the spotlight on the undercard of his massive clash with Canelo Alvarez. Crawford even remarked that the idea would have been incredible if Tank was not the type of fighter who always wants to be the center of attention. Since then, Tank's reaction has exploded across social media, boxing outlets, and conversations throughout the sport. Let's take a closer look at everything that happened.
Crawford and Canelo, I'm pretty sure
Shakur and Tank?
That would be dope. That would be dope. But if Tank was not so cocky to be on a Terence Crawford undercard, that would be dope. But I don't see Tank taking a backseat to no fighter.
During an exclusive interview with The Ring, Crawford spoke openly about the situation and shared his vision. While he is set to headline the massive Riyadh season event against Canelo Alvarez on September 13th, his goal is to make the entire card as strong as possible. In his view, few fights could add more excitement than the highly anticipated lightweight clash between Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis, which fans have been waiting to see for a long time. Then Crawford explained exactly what he would like to see happen. He said the matchup would be great if Tank was willing to appear on a card headlined by Terence Crawford instead of worrying about being the main attraction. His comments were not directed solely at Tank either. Crawford also praised Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis and stated that he views them as the top two fighters in the division without any debate. Was the message subtle? Not really. It was a bold statement. Crawford made it known that Stevenson has earned a major spotlight and that Gervonta Davis deserves to be mentioned among the division's elite as well.
Hey, buddy Shakur, just one question. How did Keyshawn look, man?
Ready for whoever comes next, man. That boy ready. He been ready, actually. You know what I mean? Just given the opportunity, that's all it is.
You got two little brothers that is closing on Tank. You know, one of them gonna get him.
One of them gonna get him.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a great night of boxing when they do.
Awesome, appreciate it.
However, the idea of Tank fighting on another boxer's undercard was a step too far for many people. The interview quickly brought fresh attention to the ongoing friction between Tank and Terence Crawford and added even more intensity to a dispute that has lingered since 2023, when Tank took shots at Crawford's wife and publicly sided with Errol Spence Jr. during their rivalry.
Tank would never even think about to come up to 154.
What about 47 though?
Yes, if he get to pick his opponent. But Tank would never come from 35 to 54.
Y'all got into it on social media around that time. Is that just you being competitive, like when that happens? Or is it like...
I just really don't like that dude.
Why though?
Cause I just don't like him. Like, I really don't like him. That's like,
just not your cup of tea. That's just not your...
Yeah, I don't like nothing about him. I just felt like, you know, he just one of these little arrogant little dudes that's using what he got to shield him. He got a lot of security guards around him, and he's in the limelight and stuff like that. But in certain situations, he wouldn't be acting like that.
Do you like him as a fighter though?
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter.
Yeah.
But like his core personality and his ways,
Crawford was essentially making the point that he values the sport enough to let Shakur Stevenson have a chance to shine on a major stage. As for Tank, he suggested that Davis would prefer being the main attraction with all the attention focused on him. Those remarks quickly spread throughout the boxing world, sparking discussions among content creators, fans, and media personalities alike. The biggest question on everyone's mind was simple. How would Tank respond to those comments?
Who's next? I told y'all who I want to fight. I can't keep saying the same thing. I already told y'all who I want to fight. The best versus the best. That should be my next fight. I told y'all I'm a dog. I'm top level, elite level fighter. So let's make boxing great again. Let's put the best fighters in the ring with each other, and let's see who come out victorious.
Tank wasted no time responding. Gervonta Davis went straight to social media and answered the comments almost immediately. His response was brief, direct, and carried the confidence that fans have come to expect from him. He made it known that he does not see himself beneath any fighter. Tank also challenged Crawford's thinking and questioned why he believed he could decide how such a major event should be arranged. Davis left no doubt about his position, saying he has never accepted a supporting role even on a huge card headlined by Canelo Alvarez. In his view, he remains the main attraction and the fighter people come to see.
No, when people, what I got from that is he's a hater. If you don't know me as a person, let's say you don't like me, you don't know me, feel me? And I don't give a fuck him. If everybody in the crew win, I mean, win.
Same question for your proud father.
What stood out most was that Tank did more than simply talk himself up. He backed his stance by pointing to everything he has already accomplished in the ring. He reminded people that he remains unbeaten and possesses the kind of knockout power capable of ending a fight with a single shot. While Crawford was discussing where fighters should be placed on a card, Tank viewed the conversation very differently. The boxing community quickly erupted with reactions. Videos of his response spread rapidly across TikTok, Instagram, and X. Many fans began calling for Tank and Shakur Stevenson to headline the event rather than appear in a supporting role.
Gervonta Davis speaking about you. Is that ever a possible fight?
Yeah, if he want to dare to be great, he can be like all the other fighters that moving up 2 weight classes and daring to be great.
You would fight him.
Man, tell him to come up there.
He got to come to win 54.
He said I got a glass chin, so tell him to come and touch it.
Wow, man. Gervonta said you got a glass.
He said I got a glass chin. Tell him to come and touch it.
At 147?
At 147. I'll make 147 for him.
Ooh, see, oh man.
You're going to have a pre-camp.
Then what the people gonna say? Oh, he's beating up on little guys.
I don't know.
Let's look a little deeper at what is really happening here. At first glance, it may seem like nothing more than an exchange of words between elite fighters, but there is much more behind it. The discussion touches on reputation, legacy, and who gets to shape the narrative. Terence Crawford is focused on building a massive global event around his Riyadh showdown with Canelo Alvarez in 2025. Because of that, he wants the supporting fights to match the scale of the occasion. From his perspective, matchups involving Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis fit perfectly because they are active, relevant, and continuing to build momentum. Tank sees things differently. He appears to believe that even a major lightweight unification bout should revolve around him rather than being presented as a secondary attraction.
Who have Shakur? What have Shakur done? What have he done in the sport? He haven't done nothing. The young one is looking more better than him.
Who that?
The Keyshawn looking way more better than this. I keep screaming his name. He haven't done nothing. Keyshawn haven't even done nothing.
So what do you say to those who
Y'all
might
keep
be
saying
afraid?
his name for?
So what do you say to those who might be saying that Tank is afraid of Shakur?
Afraid of what? Afraid of what? Us fighters, if we're afraid of somebody, it gotta be somebody hitting us and hurting us. Like he don't have no offense. Everything is defense. Defense only winning basketball and football. That shit in boxing.
Another important factor is how each fighter is viewed. Crawford has earned a reputation as a calm and calculated competitor who lets his skills do the talking. His measured and strategic approach stands in sharp contrast to Tank's confident and attention-grabbing style. That difference in personality continues to drive the discussion. Crawford appears to view Tank's confidence as something easy to anticipate, while Tank may interpret Crawford's reserved attitude as a sign of doubt or even as a hidden challenge. There is also the issue of status within the sport. Crawford's comments suggested that Tank would never be comfortable taking a supporting role on a major card. For a fighter whose image is built around confidence and star power, that statement naturally lands as a direct challenge. Tank's response reflected the experience, understanding, and business mindset he has developed over the years. In his eyes, he was not only protecting his pride, but also standing up for the story and position he has built throughout his career.
You still early in the game. What do you want your legacy to be when it comes to this game, man?
Beat the system.
That's system. It. What's the system of boxing?
Beat the system of boxing, life. Just beat the system. Be able to spread my wings and had my people next to me spread their wings. That's it. I ain't really got no big goal of this sports and all that. I just want to get my money and just remove myself. I'm not sure, bro. I'm definitely not sure, but hopefully we could get it before. Nah, it probably won't be this year.
Is that the one you want next?
It's definitely the one I want next, but it's not gonna be next.
What is?
You might see it in a minute.
Clearly in there, man. I thought I won. I thought I did enough to get the victory over a spectacular fighter. I told y'all from the beginning, man, that I got the skills to pay the bills. I've been telling y'all that. And I'm just glad I got to show it, honestly. I'm glad I got to show it. I appreciate, like I said before, I appreciate True Boxing Media. Some guys that didn't count me out. So that's just how I feel, man. I think I won. And, I can't wait to do it again. I can't wait to dance again.
Meanwhile, instead of focusing on other boxing matters, Tank has been mentioning Jake Paul as a possible opponent. Yes, that is exactly what has been discussed. Jake Paul. At that point, many people are left wondering what direction this is really heading. To some, it feels less like a traditional boxing storyline and more like an internet rivalry taking place inside a ring. Critics argue that a Tank versus Jake matchup would mainly be about generating revenue rather than building a lasting boxing legacy. They see it as a spectacle designed for pay-per-view success rather than a meaningful competitive contest. There would be no major championship stakes, no significant rankings implications, and no historic achievement attached to it. The attention would come from viral moments, headline-grabbing press events, and non-stop promotion. What surprises many observers most is that both fighters appear interested in making it happen.
Gervonta Davis just posted that he would beat the brakes off of you if you guys fight.
I mean, I'd be down. Let's run it. I'd be super, super down.
Gervonta needs Jake Paul. Let's be clear, right?
Is there a height limit in boxing?
At this point, many people feel the focus is no longer on building a lasting legacy, but on generating attention and securing the biggest payday possible. While Jake Paul has always been associated with entertainment-driven events, seeing a fighter like Tank, who was once viewed as a future all-time great moving in a similar direction, has left some fans frustrated. For those supporters, it feels like watching expectations fall short in real time. It is also worth remembering that Davis has spent months discussing the possibility of stepping away from boxing. In interview after interview, he has spoken about how his connection to the sport is not what it used to be, and how the passion he once had may no longer be as strong as before.
25 is at the next year. I'm out of it.
After our second fight.
You're out of it?
Yeah.
Care to elaborate on that?
Out of the sport.
After our second fight. Nah, no, I'm gonna win, bro.
Nah, I could tell you my fights.
Many observers believe he appears worn down and mentally exhausted. A growing number of boxing commentators and former fighters have also begun noticing similar signs. They point to his behavior, his overall attitude, and the way he seems increasingly disconnected from the sport. Some have suggested that he appears unhappy, while others feel he no longer seems fully invested. Whatever the reason, may be the common opinion among those critics is that Tank does not look as focused on boxing as he once did, and that his mindset no longer seems completely centered on the sport.
Tank is done. Tank is hung him up, shoes off, get the bag, put a plaque up. He done. Tank is done. Period.
When you say done, you mean like not fighting anymore?
Tank is checked out mentally. Tank is gone mentally. Tank looking for the big bag, of Jake Paul, Pacquiao, something solo, and he's looking to, hey, I'll see you later. Tank is standing. He's not gonna fight Shakur Stevenson at all. I don't care how much money Turki offered, give him 4 Lamborghinis, whatever. Tank ain't taking that fight.
And if retirement is truly what he wants, then there is nothing wrong with that. Every boxer eventually reaches a point where it is time to move on. But if he remains active mainly to collect large paychecks from crossover fights while avoiding the toughest opponents available, then many people will question that path. That is not the version of Tank Davis that fans expected to see. Boxing deserves more than that. The supporters deserve more than that. And in many ways, he deserves more than that as well. Taking a broader view, this situation goes beyond a simple exchange of words. The disagreement highlights a larger shift taking place in the sport. Modern boxing has become increasingly driven by personalities and public image. Fighters are now major brands, and fight cards are often built around carefully planned narratives. To continue expanding the sport, promoters aim to create matchups that combine skill, excitement, marketability, and competitive balance. Bringing big names together is also a way to attract larger audiences and generate stronger interest both at the arena and around the world.
But it's like people selling that stuff. Like, you know, even the picture where everybody was in the room, that shit look like some devil shit. Facts though, some coke, like, yeah. That shit like some devil shit. Like they sold that stuff.
Yeah, you go with that.
That was crazy. And you seen how the guy was? He looked at the scorecard. Yeah, he looked at it.
2 points. You losing 2 points. 2 points out.
Come on, man. You want to get Tank over here and fight? Man, I already know what y'all gonna do. Yeah. But every time I say something, it's like I'm hating.
From Crawford's point of view, a major event built around his headline fight could benefit greatly from featuring a Stevenson versus Tank matchup because it brings together 2 talented and entertaining lightweights with a compelling story behind it. The idea fits naturally within the overall event. Tank, however, has built a brand that revolves around being the main attraction. That raises the question of whether a fight is even appealing to him if he is not the one leading the card. The entire situation highlights something many boxing fans have noticed for years. In many cases, the biggest promotional campaigns and the most recognizable names play a larger role in shaping major fights than pure competitiveness or the matchups that might be best for the sport itself.
You know, what about Crawford do you think can bridge the weight gap? Or like with you, what did bridge the weight gap? Because a lot of people are just saying, hey, Canelo's just too big for someone like Terence.
That's true. But you know what? There's always a way. Put it that there's always a way. There's always a way to win.
Crawford's remark about Tank being overly confident also highlights the ongoing clash between personal pride and the interests of the sport. But the story becomes even more interesting when you look at the bigger picture. The massive showdown between Crawford and Canelo Alvarez is part of an event being put together by Turki Alalshikh, a figure who has gained enormous influence in boxing and played a major role in shaping many of the sport's biggest occasions in recent years.
As I said last week, I hate Tom and Jerry's kind of boxing. We will not have him anymore. This is the first thing. The second, we will have in this fight and the next fight bonus for KO. I don't want to force to be having ring 12 by 12 or something like this.
He has been investing huge amounts of money to bring many of boxing's biggest stars together under the Saudi boxing scene. To be fair, many people believe his efforts have had a major impact on the sport and helped create fights that once seemed impossible to make. Still, not everyone agrees with his approach. One of the fighters who has openly shown reservations about it is Gervonta Tank Davis.
Let's go back to the beginning of last year, my Tank Davis, fresh out of jail. Throwing hands in Frank Martin's face.
I'm gonna break you up, I'm telling you.
Like, yeah, man, 7 more fights.
Got the internet excited when you say, yo, 6, 7 more fights and I'm naming names.
Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah.
Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
Devin Haney.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah. Then he got to beefing with Turki.
David, he said to me, send to me 2 Ferrari to play in Saudi Arabia.
You don't play boxing.
We will send to you 2 gloves if you want to play in Saudi Arabia. That's it.
I ain't got to go over there.
Right.
What they making over there, I'm making here.
All of a sudden, all the fighters he need to make big fights don't want to fight.
He was very close to fighting Lomachenko, and then Lomachenko pulled out. Shakur didn't want to do a 1-fight deal to fight Tank.
You said who? Tank. I'm dangerous. Who that?
And by the end of the year, he ain't getting no fights and he's fighting Lamar Roach.
After next year, I'm out.